Hello everyone, welcome to beautiful Northern California and Sonoma Raceway, where we're getting ready to qualify for Round 7 of Goodyear Cup Series Season 2, the Toyota Save Mart 350. The starting grid for this stop-motion series is set each week through the qualifying procedure from the board game Race Formula 90. We split the field into 3 groups, fast, medium, and slow, and these groups are based on average finish if it is a real-life racetrack, or the current Goodyear Cup Series point standings for fictional tracks. Then we will either have 2 or 3 rounds of qualifying depending on the track length. Today at Sonoma, we're going 2 rounds. The top 15 drivers from round 1 will move on to round 2 and compete for pole position. So this is how qualifying times are set. Each car is given a token based on the category they are in, purple for slow, yellow for medium, and black for fast. And each of those tokens has a number on it. We'll be using the numbers highlighted in green on your screen. That is their primary qualifying number. The highest is the fastest, and if there are any ties, which there will be, the red number is the tiebreaker, and the lowest number out of that token is the fastest. Since there are only 30 tokens and 35 cars attempting to qualify for today's race, we've also introduced the rule of copy tokens. In the medium and slow groups, if a car draws a copy token, which is any color that is not purple, yellow, or black, their result will be 1 space behind the next car to qualify. So here are your fast, medium, and slow groups. Sean Gossett is the number 1 seed in the fast group. He's sporting the colors of his new sponsor, Makita Tools, finished 3rd here in Season 1, and is hoping his touring car background will carry him to another good road course finish. Jeff Gordon, the 2 seed, no surprise there, he's arguably one of the best to do it on a road course in a stock car. 2 big surprises in the medium group though, Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr., 2 of the current best active drivers in the NASCAR Cup Series on road courses. However, at the time of filming, their average finish at Sonoma placed them in the medium group for this race. And perhaps even a bigger surprise in the slow group, AJ Allmendinger, who I'm sure is on many people's fantasy teams when we go to road courses. However, his road course finishes have not always reflected the speed that he has had. That's really dropped his average, and it's placed him in the slow group for this race. Well, we're just about ready to start round 1, and as the times come in, the Goodyear Cup Series would like to welcome 5 new drivers to the series making their debut this week. Eric Jones will be driving the number 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing, William Byron in the 25 for Junior Motorsports, Bubba Wallace in car number 43 for Richard Petty Motorsports, Alex Bowman will be joining William Byron in Junior Motorsports in the 88 car, and Daniel Suarez driving the number 96 for the Gaunt Brothers. There's been quite a bit of number changes and drivers shuffling around all throughout the Goodyear Cup Series roster, so if you're feeling a little bit confused and want to get caught back up to who is driving what in the Goodyear Cup Series, we will provide a link in the description to our latest Silly Season video describing all of the driver changes. All drivers that began the season are still in the Goodyear Cup Series, they just might be in a slightly different place than what you're used to. So lap times are coming in now. The cars on the bottom of the screen are fastest, and to the left are fastest. And it looks like the slow group is in, and Trevor Bayne is your current leader. And a huge shocker here, AJ Allmendinger has the slowest time of the group so far. He must have had some sort of mechanical problem. Already outside the top 15, he will not be moving on to round 2. Well, we're about halfway through round 1. Trevor Bayne still in the lead. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Jamie McMurray are your top 3. And we are now into the fast group. Trevor Bayne still holds on to that top spot, and as I say that, Kurt Busch now takes over the top spot from the fast group. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 cars on the bubble, and it looks like he's going to be bumped. And we've got a new fast time, Clint Bowyer in the 15. Only 1 time left to come in. It's your 1 seed, Sean Gossett, and he is going in at 27th. A very poor time for the 1 seed. That's one he's going to want back. So round 1 is complete. Clint Bowyer is the fastest, and Denny Hamlin is going to be the first car eliminated in 16th. So here are your results from round 1. Positions 16 through 35 are now set. And the biggest surprise to come out of this, AJ Allmendinger starting tail end Charlie on the field. We're getting reports that it indeed was a mechanical issue, a broken axle. So AJ Allmendinger, slowest in qualifying, and he'll be starting in a backup car. Then it is Bubba Wallace, Danica Patrick, then Matt DiBenedetto, Austin Dillon, and Daniel Suarez, Matt Kenseth, Casey Kane, and Sean Gossett, a surprise. He was the number 1 seed, will not be moving on to round 2. Then it's Brad Keselowski, Eric Almirola, and Kevin Harvick. Another surprise not making it into round 2, Chase Elliott. Then it's Kyle Larson and William Byron, then Eric Jones, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Martin Truex Jr., then Ryan Newman, and Denny Hamlin is your first car eliminated. And very quickly, we'll skim over the top 15 here. Alex Bowman, Greg Biffle, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Paul Menard, Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Blaney, and your top 6 for round 1, Jamie McMurray, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Trevor Bayne, once again surprising us from that slow group, and then Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart, and Clint Bowyer, fastest in round 1. So 6 drivers from the fast group, 5 drivers from the medium group, and 4 from the slow group have made it into round 2. And we are ready to begin. In 6 races so far, the fast group is undefeated for pole positions, but we've had a few drivers come close, even a few from the slow group. Some big names in the medium group, Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards, both have wins here at Sonoma. Carl Edwards won the Season 1 race for the Goodyear Cup Series here, but they'll have to get through Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart and the rest of the fast group, as it looks like the times are in. And kudos to Trevor Bayne. No matter where he finishes in this qualifying session, he has continued to make it to the final round, punching above his weight. Well, Greg Biffle has set a blistering time. He's got your provisional pole right now from the medium group, and now the fast group times are starting to come in. And Jeff Gordon moves into the top slot. Now Jimmy Johnson, just 3 more to go. Kurt Busch with the fastest time, and Kurt Busch takes the pole for the Toyota Save Mart 350. So here are your top 15 starters for Goodyear Cup Series Round 7 from Sonoma. Trevor Bayne starts 15th. Then in row 7, it's Kyle Busch and Alex Bowman. Row 6, Jamie McMurray, Tony Stewart. In row 5, Paul Menard and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Then in row 4, Joey Logano and Carl Edwards. Row 3, Clint Bowyer and Ryan Blaney. And your top 4, Greg Biffle and Jeff Gordon. And on the front row, Jimmy Johnson and your pole sitter, second in points, Kurt Busch. Well, that'll do it for Goodyear Cup Series qualifying from Sonoma. The release of the qualifying video does signal that filming for Goodyear Cup Series Race 7 has completed and we have moved into the post-production stage. I'm excited for this one, and I hope you are too, so stay tuned. Goodyear Cup Series Season 2 Race 7 from Sonoma is coming soon. We'll see you then.